Distinguished adventurers, welcome to another week, another weekly patronage, there we go. Another week of the game deciding it's going to take an extra minute to show up on my screen, but that's okay. Hi, welcome to a May Monday, where I, Lauren, am going to be hanging out with the fine people in chat and working on some patron challenges and doing lots of patron stuff for the patrons. Yay! Welcome. Hi, everyone. So if you are new to this show, which we occasionally have new people, hi, new people, good to see you. We are going to be spending the next 2 hours chatting about Idle Champions, but mostly going through some of the patron stuff. The first thing we'll do is an adventure variant, which is always hard, and then we'll do some other stuff. We'll work on just getting a bunch of these challenges done, because you know what? You know what's better than successfully completing adventure variants? It's being able to buy all the stuff, like Modern chests. So if you do have any questions for me about the game, about tea, about anything really, I will do my best to answer them. No guarantees, depending on what you're going to ask. Also, thank you, Heisty72, for that subscription. Thank you very much. Go ahead and enjoy your emotes. I'm very partial to the natural 20 and the high. I like those a lot. If you do have any questions, go ahead and put those in chat, as we have Martin today as our absolutely wonderful moderator, who is going to be grabbing those questions from chat, putting them into a little backstage document. Why? Because every once in a while, I'm looking at this game trying to put together interesting formations to get a bunch of challenges done, and I might miss some lovely things in chat, like Shodan111 saying hi. Hi, everybody. So yes, go ahead and put those questions in there. Put question in big capital letters before your question, and I will eventually get to it. I will try to get to it. Depends on how many questions we have. So, how you doing, chat? How are things going? Oh, there's been stuff being mentioned. I mean, you're gonna have to hang out and watch. I do know that we did have an exciting announcement on Friday that Nordum is coming to the game this week. I spent a lot of time recently, actually not so recently because I think I voiced that a little while ago. I spent a very long time practicing saying Nordum because I kept wanting to say Nordrum. And so when I was getting ready to voice that voiceover, it's a lot of me just going Nordum, 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 walking around the apartment, just saying that name over and over and over again so I get it right. The life of voiceover, right? All right. So the first thing we are going to do, we're going to do a couple of patron challenges. But the first thing we're going to do is actually an adventure variant. Why? Well, you know, it's fun to do some of the free plays and get a bunch of these challenges done. But the way that you unlock a lot of these perks is getting some of the adventure variants completed. And those are hard. So I'm going to answer a bunch of questions, and we're going to take care of a couple of things. But while we're doing that, Martin is going to get our first poll going. And our first poll, as always, we've got all 4 of our patrons here. Mert, Vajra, Strahd, Zariel. This first one is going to be, what are we going to do an adventure variant for? The other 2 will just take care of some free plays. So once that gets up, you can decide. I'll go through if you need an idea of what perks I have left to unlock, if this helps at all. Mert, I'm focusing on Silvery Gates. I'm trying to get these last couple of double chest drops, especially for those time gates. Ooh, so good. And I've been kind of ignoring these 2 because I've got some pretty good gold find already. So we're really just focusing on this one. Vajra, I've still got a couple. In fact, I did some work on this over the weekend. So if we do Vajra, do I want damage or I want gold chest? I think I want damage. Yeah, there we go. So Vajra, same thing. We're kind of ignoring the gold find because we're working on getting more damage and getting more gold chests because those are good. Strahd, we're still working on a bunch. Once again, I did some work over the weekend. Let's do, you know what? We did the age thing last time, so here we go, a little bit older. So we've got some still here, and then we got this final level of perks that I would love to get to. And then Zariel, that was Strahd. Zariel, still got a lot to go. Once again, I'm kind of leaving this alone as I'm trying to get through, especially No Trial Left Undone, because I'm trying to get Trials of Mount Tiamat. I'm trying to really beat some of the higher levels, and so getting this would be really nice. So there's really no wrong answer here. I could work on all 4. Yeah, but if you're looking for who I need the most perks from, it's going to be Zariel and Strahd. Okay. While I am waiting for the final reply to that poll, and remember, this first one we're going to be doing an adventure variant, so it may take us a little while to get things going. I see people talking in chat. Lenart45 says, I'm missing more than 1k of item levels and I'm unsure how to increase them. That is a very good question. So item levels across all of your champions are just when you unlock new equipment pieces and it makes your item level go up. That's what you got to do. So if you get chests, go ahead and unlock them. For example, we'll look at Shandy here. I've got all these pieces of equipment at various rarities. You see at the top it says level 545. If I unlock a new piece of equipment for this slot for her, it will add to those item levels. And if you're specifically talking about Mert, because Mert's one of those that needs the specific... Yeah, so he wants only good and evil champions. I believe in order to unlock him, he needs a specific number of item levels. Just open up chests. Just do all the things that you normally do in order to gear up your champions. Keep opening up chests. If you got any silver chests, open them up, because it works for all the champions. Every champion that you have unlocked. Looks like Zariel is one. Excellent. Okay. Okay. Let us get some Zariel going. So I see that Martin has been grabbing those questions. We will get to them. But let's find ourselves an adventure variant for Zariel. I've just got kind of a free play going on here. I decided I was going to put together a formation that was all Dragonborn and kobolds. I've got the kobold skin for Calliope, so I'm kind of faking it here. So kobolds and yeah. And also I've got Orkira in feathery mode, which is fun. But you know what? We can be done with this. So, well, hi, Fantastic Tanuki, and welcome. We are going to find ourselves a Zariel event to do, an adventure variant. You know, I've been working on Icewind Dale. I've got a couple of things in here that I can do that are going to get us some stuff. Let's take a look, see what we got. The great rider Volothamp Gadarm accompanies the champions, taking up a slot in the formation and debuffing the damage of everyone adjacent. They're there, so that's not so bad. Non-giant creatures are scaled up, creating the sort of harrowing tale that Volo is famous for. Enemies move faster and deal more damage. All right, this isn't so bad. And it's only 425. Are we good with a Volo? Are we good with a Volo adventure? Let's see what else we got here. I'll see what the chat says. Unique enemies from the previous 4 campaigns appear in each area. These unique enemies each have a special ability that stays active until they're defeated. So this one, once again, what I consider difficult or more difficult for a lot of these variants is when it adds extra restrictions, because you already have to deal with the restrictions for Zariel, which is the strength and the charisma. So if you get other restrictions on top of those restrictions, you can end up with very few champions. So both of these are not going to be too hard. And then Mirage Arcane, in an effort to help the champions weather the cold, Chadwick joins them and attempts to practice with some new spell scrolls. The terrain around the champions changes, not always to the champion's advantage. This adventure has unique dialogue. Okay, so do we want Volo? Do we want fun abilities, or do we want unique dialogue that, I mean, frankly, we're going to be taking care of some other stuff. So we might not see the unique dialogue. Volo is okay. I mean, Raphael, is Volo really that okay? Yeah, Volo. Yeah, you know, especially since Volo's right there. That's not so hard to get around. All right, Volo, here we come. So we're going to try to put together so usually when we go through this and we are trying to do a formation, what we're putting together is not necessarily an optimal formation for, say, your DPS or pushing your wall or going farther. We're trying to create a formation that'll get a whole bunch of challenges done. So usually we're talking about non-optimized formations. But in this case, since we're trying to actually get an adventure variant done, and these are hard, let's see if we can put together an actual formation. And so so the ones that are next to Volo, they debuff the damage. Well, you know what? Orkira's a buffer. So let's see what we got. I mean, Penelope's gonna be fun. This might end up being kind of a Heroes of the Plains. Warden might be fun. I'd go with Shaka, but I've already got a lot of restrictions on here. I'm probably gonna go Human. It's either gonna be Freely or Farida. I'm not sure who my DPS is gonna be yet. Could go for an Ashara DPS, but I really like having Shandy for some of these. I mean, it's gonna be Briv. We're gonna have Briv. Briv is gonna be up front. We know that already. Might as well get him out there. Bonk. Oh, look at that giant. Baloth could be fun. Oh, poor Briv's gonna have to tank all these giants for a little bit. You're just tanking. Mehen, if we're gonna go Farida would be good. Man, Talon is good, especially if we go Farida. Okay, so we're gonna get ourselves Frida as our DPS. I don't want her next to Volo, so we'll do there. I mean, or I could do there. One of those two will work. Let's get Penelope on in here, skipping along. Since Frida's gonna be our DPS, we might want Strix. We're definitely gonna want Human. And we definitely want Baloth. Those are two of my standards. Yep, that's a good place for Baloth, because once again, I'm not worried about his damage. I kind of want... What does that get us? Yeah, boss enemies. That's going to be good. That's going to be a good place. Let's get Shandy on in here and do there, because we want you next to Frida. Oh, what do we got left? I got one more. I got two more. Yep, go fast. Always gotta go fast. All right, well, we got Frida, so let's get Mehen, because we gotta have Dragonborn Daddy, because Dragonborn Daddy makes me happy. Yeah, go Found Family. I mean, I could put... Yeah. I could put that feat on Havilar so that she'd be in here, but then I don't really need that many tanks up front. Which feat is that? I think it's Charisma. I think it's her Charisma needs to go up. Am I right on this? I always forget this. It's Charisma. Okay. I think this is the thing that makes her. Yep, there we go. Okay, why not? Let's stick Havilar in there. More kobolds. Yay. And there. I think we got ourselves a formation. Yeah, because that's Volo. Volo's surrounded by people who I'm not too worried about their DPS getting. Yeah. Mehen's Tiefling feat, Havilar feat to make the full Farida boost. You know, that's a good thing. Where's the Brimstone Angels, Found Family. Where's the? There we go. Counts as a Tiefling. Yeah. Count as a Tiefling. Grumpy is good to have, so we'll do that one. And then we want Found Family, right? Because Found Family is the making all the Tieflings be super. There it is. Increase gold find. Oh, it's gold find. I mean, yeah. I'm not really as concerned about gold find, but you know what? It's fun. Increase the effect of Found Family based on how far from the... Oh, that's just where he is. Yeah, you know what? It's still fun. It's still fun. If I'm going to have the whole family in here, then why not? We only need to get to 425, and that's not too bad. I mean, look, we're already going pretty fast. All right. We're going to let this go for a little bit. I'll see if anybody else has any suggestions for this formation. Look, we're starting with an actual formation, folks. Hey! Okay, let's check on these questions. Ooh, wow, lots of questions came on in. Wow. Thank you, everyone. All right, Peter D. Pan. I like that username. Question. Anyone heard about another core coming? And if yes, how will it be obtained? And no, I don't mean Nordum. I mean, I would keep an eye on our social media, and I would keep an eye on the announcements that get made. I mean, I know that Nordum got announced on Friday, and I know the Great Modron March. The Great Modron March starts on Wednesday, and we're going to have a big day of streaming that day. So there might be some announcements that day. T5 Cats. I'm new. Hey, welcome. Thanks for joining us. I think I just unlocked patrons. Says a new challenge is available. Yeah, so if it says up here, if you've got this little P and a shield, and it says new challenges are available, that means you've unlocked a patron. To find out for sure, go ahead and click on it, and any of the patrons you have unlocked, you should be able to check and take a look. The first one you probably have unlocked is Mert, because Mert has some qualifications that, it's not that they're easy to fulfill, it's just you're going to fulfill them in the natural course of playing the game. You have to get your the item levels up to a certain amount, you have to have a certain number of champions, that kind of thing. And yeah, you will get little alerts up here when new challenges are available, which happens a lot right now because noon Pacific on Mondays is when all the challenges reset, which is why this show is here. Huh? Yeah, I know. So you'll see that little alert, and then when you complete a challenge, you'll also get a little, hey, challenge completed up here. We're probably not going to get too many challenges done with this because, I mean, we'll get the distractions. We'll probably get most of the beasts and humanoids. This isn't a free play. We'll earn some symbols. We'll do the ultimate. You don't got Jarlaxle. We'll probably do some fiends. So, I mean, we'll get some of this, but some of these we will not get, but that's okay, because the point of this is finish this so that we get the influence so that we can buy more stuff from Zariel. All right. Sorry, I am so impressed by the number of questions that have come on in. I gotta ask, actually, a question. I'm asking Martin a question. I have so many backstage chats. This is fun. All right, more questions. Nox Angus, question. Do we really get a new Mordor and Core on Wednesdays? Why do I have the feeling that somebody talked about something? It was announced on Griddle Champions. Well, there we go. See, I had Friday off. And talked about a bunch on Garwar's Guide to Everything. This is what I get for being so behind. I literally had Friday off. I took a day off, everybody. And here I am just trying to do the responsible thing and not talk about the things that haven't been announced yet. And apparently they've already been talked about on Griddle Champions. I'm not bitter, I'm just surprised. So y'all got fun. Okay, well, there you go. Then apparently you all know, and you're just asking me things that you already know about. Here I am, like, dancing around stuff. Like, you all know I can't talk about things. Well, thank you, Martin, for letting me know that it was already talked about. So yes, there will be a new core coming. There's going to be a lot of fun things happening on Wednesday. I will continue to be vague because I didn't get a chance to watch Griddle Champions or Garwar's Guide to Everything because I was not working on Friday. I was taking care of adult things. And by adult things, I mean like power washing the car and going to the doctor's office. Boring things. I should have been here watching pancakes happen. See, if I'd been around watching pancakes happen, I would be up on things. So yeah. Yes, like, you know, boring things that you have to do when you're an adult. Fibulator, like going to the doctor, like taking care of power washing the car was kind of fun. I'm not gonna lie. I am sore. I am super sore. Yeah, like paying bills and stuff. Bossman Zero, how can doctors be more important than pancakes? I didn't say they were more important. I just said I had to go do it. That's the problem with being an adult, is you have to do things that you don't want to do, but you gotta do. And so I had a whole day of that on Friday. And so instead of seeing, yeah, is it Chris? Adulting is the worst part of growing up. Absolutely. Being responsible and having to do responsible things sucks. But power washing the car was kind of fun. I'm not gonna lie. It had to be done. I am so sore. I did not realize power washing the car, or power washing anything, was gonna take that much strength. And so I have way more respect now for all of those immensely satisfying videos of people power washing things. Those aren't just people doing immensely satisfying cleaning things. Those people also have some guns. Whew, that was hard. Okay. We should get back to actually actually answering some Idle Champions questions. So there you go. All of you who are asking about a new core on Wednesday. Yes. Okay. Little Kitten's question. If the mission is deadly, how much percentage chance of survival do you have? Ooh, that's a hard question to answer. So when you're looking at any of the adventure variants, and that, you know, whether it's deadly or moderate or easy, the only thing that it's basing that off of is how much favor you have in the campaign. It's not taking into account anything else. And so deadly probably means you don't have a lot of favor in that campaign. And so if you are worried, then you can go and do some other free plays and some other stuff. But usually what I'm more concerned about, especially with the adventure variants, are the requirements. What are the extra things it's going to make you do in order to finish that? And whether that's deadly or not is going to depend a lot on your champions and how powerful they are, what their gear is, and, you know, what the requirements are going to do to prevent you. For example, this giant-sized adventure that I'm working on, I was looking at it, and it said that, all right, we got Volo. Anyone next to Volo isn't going to be doing as much damage, and I'm restricted because of who I've got, because they're available for Zariel. And looking at that, I'm like, you know, I can still field a pretty powerful team. Here's the other thing. If you try out an adventure variant that has deadly on it, give it a try. If you don't complete it, you haven't really lost anything, because you will have earned, like I am right now, you will earn gems, you will earn chests, you will earn favor, you will earn all kinds of stuff doing that, and then you can go back and try it again with more item levels, with more favor, with more of that stuff. So don't be afraid. If you want to give one a try, give it a try. See how far you get. You might be surprised. Gustavo are you related to Sandra Bullock? No. I'm curious why you think I might be, but I am not. Corey H2, how long does it take before a mostly new player unlock these challenges? Not long, especially if you are going after it. And by going after it, I mean focusing on unlocking patrons. Because the thing about a lot of stuff in this game, especially when you're going further, you know, you're getting past the initial starting run and, you know, getting into like the second campaign and doing all of that, it kind of depends on what you focus on. Are you focusing on unlocking a bunch of the challenges or a bunch of the patrons and being able to complete those? Because like Mert, I'm going to double check this. Mert's 2,000 loot levels, at least 20 champions unlocked, 3 time gate pieces, and 10 silver chests. You're going to get all of that relatively quickly. Now, whether you unlock Mert might depend on, for me, I remember it was saving up the silver chests because I was just opening chests as quickly as possible. So it was just taking a second and waiting to have 10 chests to throw at Mert and be like, here you go. So you can actually, especially for Mert, unlock pretty fast. Let me grab a drink, and I will say there are also some guides out there, both on the subreddit and on Discord, discord.gg/idlechampions. Drink. I know Garwar has a guide to help with beginners basically progressing through the beginning of the game if you want to like mainline stuff. So that can help a lot. Vajra is you have to complete a bunch of the base adventures in Waterdeep Dragon Heist, so you have to get far enough to have unlocked that campaign, plus gems and champions and silver chests. Strahd requires you to have completed a very specific adventure in Barovia on the Sword Coast, which requires you to have unlocked all of that. And Zariel requires you getting through most of or all of the Baldur's Gate Descent into Avernus because you have to complete Elturel's Last Stand. So some of them take a little longer because you have to have completed enough to get to specific campaigns. But Mert, you can get done, you can unlock pretty fast. Let's get a couple more questions before we get another thing going. Martin had a question. With Monsters of the Multiverse coming out today, what's your favorite updated lore stats, excluding kobolds? Why are you excluding kobolds? Because that's exactly what I was going to say is kobolds. 100% kobolds. So I've had the Monsters of the Multiverse. I've had the book for a little while because if you bought the set, the 3-book set, and I've just been waiting for it to be available on like D&D Beyond so I could update all of my characters. Because I have a significant number of characters who are a race that got updated in Monsters of the Multiverse that I want the updated version, and I've kind of had a cobbled together homebrew version up until now. Because kobolds always win. Well, there's a reason kobolds always win. But yes, I am 100%. It's the kobolds. I also really like the new monster stat blocks just across the board. I think they're a little easier to read, especially when it comes to a lot of the magic stuff. So I'm just kind of across the board excited about monsters. Jamick, a yielding question. There's a few episodes of Champions of Lore missing from YouTube, including some of the all-important Havilar recaps. Who can we reach out to help resolve this? Me, although doing it now here might be hard. Come to the Discord, put it in... What would make sense? What would make sense? I mean, you can ping me in the Discord. I don't always have the Discord on, but I am one of the people who can help with that. There's a couple of us who can help organize the YouTube and also can get to the people who organize the YouTube. So if you're noticing stuff missing from any of the playlists or just not online, and I shouldn't say anything, yeah, go ahead and put it either in suggestions or ping me in the Discord. And if you're unsure about any of that, go ahead and ask a moderator, because that is an interesting place. Yeah, but yeah, if you let me know, I can help with that. I can't guarantee I can help quickly because YouTube is a pain. YouTube is a problem. Also, I just happened to be looking at chat and I saw Asker a Sky saying, first time watcher, just unlocked my first chest. Yay, so excited. Hey, Mazel Tov and welcome to the game. Glad that we could be here on your first chest unlocking. Let's close this out. Let us... There's a lot of questions. Okay. Before I jump back into the questions, let's get another poll going, because that'll take a little bit. So now we're going to go and take care of just some challenges. We're going to get into a couple free plays and try to get a bunch of challenges done. So Martin, when you have a moment, if you can get a poll going for Mert, Vajra, or Strahd, who should we put together a formation for to get some challenges done now? And Martin will get that going in the game, or in the chat shortly. And I see some people already lobbying for a specific patron. Listen, choose your patrons wisely. But yeah, let's see which one we're going to go after a bunch of challenges. Meanwhile, Shrevik74, not a question, but a suggestion for Lauren later. Ooh. If you Google eruption of Mount Etna in Sicily, it gives the illusion of a phoenix in the sky. I think it will warm Orkira's heart. Aw. Well, you know what? You know what we can do? I can just Google this now. Gives the I wonder if there's a specific picture. I've just pulled up the Wikipedia. Eruption. So let's try that. Exciting Google action. Oh yeah, this is okay. Yeah, I've seen a bunch of these with the lightning and everything. I will. I saw that from a couple of months ago, but I'll look at those later. Those are fun pictures. They're kind of the pictures that, like, yeah, they're gorgeous and it's nature in all of its glory. And then also it's like, oh, I hope everybody's okay. I hope everybody's okay. CF2 question. It would seem logical that Nordum fits into the exotic races category for Ashara's Bond, but the Spotlight doesn't mention it, and Gar wasn't sure when I asked him about it in his stream. Can you give any confirmation? That is a good question. I am also unsure. Let me see if I can find out. Hold on a second. I'm gonna put a note. What? Exciting typing action. If I get an answer to that, I will let you know. Because I don't. I don't off the top of my head. There is the poll happening in chat right now. Go ahead and vote between Mert, Vajra, and Strahd, who we're going to work on next. Meanwhile, Lenart45 question, does purple gear increase levels more than gray gear, or is it just like one level per piece of gear regardless of color? If you unlock a piece of gear that is more powerful, a purple gear, you are going to increase the item levels more than you would a green or a blue. So if you've got, let's look at Human here for a second. So Human, I've got this shiny level. It's a purple gear. If I open up a chest and unlock another one of these, let's say I unlock two. I unlock a green and I unlock a purple. I will get more item levels out of the purple than out of the green, but you will get both. So yeah, the higher the rarity, the more you get, the more fun it is. And that's how you keep increasing your item levels even after you've gotten to all purple gear. Let's see. It's Dist01, so I'm a new player, just started yesterday. Hey, welcome. Glad to have you. My wall currently is at 150. Would you say that is a pretty good progress so far? Absolutely. Yeah. Especially since a lot of the early game is get to 50, get to 75, get to 100. Absolutely. So I guess the next thing you have to decide is, what do you want to work on? Do you want to unlock some champions? Do you want to unlock campaigns? Do you want to work towards a specific path? There are options available to you. But yes, absolutely. Also welcome. And one more question before I think the poll will be done. Raphael90340 question. I started playing a secondary account on the Switch. I realized that its version is 0.2 or 4.27, while Steam and Epic are newer. Is this a console update difficulty? Kinda, yeah. It's the way all of the different... It's console and Steam and Epic. Everybody's got their own procedures to go through in order to get updated, and some take longer than others. And so some of the versions will be slightly behind, but we are always trying to have version parity so that everybody's kind of on the same page. But sometimes some of the versions, especially on console, takes a little longer. And I'll answer this one more time, or this one other question, because it relates to this specific formation. Jokero999 question, why Briv and not Celise? Celise is awesome, but two reasons. One, I wanted Penelope, and two, I wanted Briv, because three, I wanted the Heroes of the Plains. Basically that's it. I was trying to get a couple of Heroes of the Plains on in there because I have to. And we'll have plenty of options for Celise. Celise, I believe, is also, I believe I can use her in most of the other patrons. So yeah. I just like having as many Heroes of the Plains as possible. Okay. Strahd has won. Okay, well, I'm really glad that I got Orkira in here, because Strahd does not like Orkira and does not let her into Barovia. Let's take a look. So, since the next two parties we're going to put together are going to go after as many of these weekly challenges as possible, it's good to take a moment and look through the weekly challenges so that we can try to make sure that if a specific champion is required in one but not in the other, that we don't accidentally use that champion. Now, it's very possible that some of the champions that I've grabbed for this specific adventure variant are going to come up, and that happens. It's okay. We're not going to be able to get everything all done all at once, but it's always good to take a look. Okay, Strahd, free play, distractions, no support. Ouch. Barovian coins, undead fiends, birdsong, Turiel, and Averin. Okay. And then purchase stuff and open a chest, which we will definitely do. Okay, so birdsong, Turiel, and Averin we can go for. Vajra, if we end up doing a Vajra, she also does, wow. Why don't the patrons like support today? What is going on? Stokey, Deacon, and Puent. Frida, we are not going to be able to do because Frida is in another castle. But we can work on Stokey, Deacon, and Puent if we end up on Vajra. So let's try to avoid Stokey, Deacon, and Puent. And if we happen to do a Mert, Dellen and Aeli and Celeste. Mert wants Rosie as our damage dealer, or a support. Okay. Well, we're taking care of Strahd. So Birdsong, Turiel, and Averin are on the list. Who's 500 humanoid enemies? Wow. Okay. Humanoid. We're probably gonna do some Rime of the Frost Maiden again. So let's come on over here. So while I am putting together this formation, go ahead and keep those questions coming because Martin will continue to grab those and put those in a little backstage chat, and I will get to those after we put together this formation. So Sunblight will give us lots and lots of humanoids. Let's see how quickly I can find it. You know, I say this every week. There you are. Okay, so Turiel, Averin, and Birdsong. We're going to start by adding those to our formation. Turiel, Averin, and Birdsong. There we go. All right. Turiel is... Whoops. Okay, so Birdsong is an excellent DPS. So probably stick with Birdsong. Birdsong, I believe, is lawful neutral. I believe they're lawful neutral. I'm having a moment, even though I know, yeah, lawful neutral. I use Birdsong all the time, and I always have to check. So we're gonna go neutral here, and we're gonna go neutral there, and we're gonna go lawful because yeah. And now let's put together the rest of this formation. So Turiel is gonna be one of those in where the further back, yeah, Turiel buffs all columns behind them by a specific amount for each column further back in the formation. So this is why it's funny because they're not a tank, but you want him up front. Okay, so let's put you there. We'll keep Birdsong there so I can still get, we'll put Averin there and then let's build out. All right, so now let's definitely grab Celeste. Get ourselves a tanky tank. Eliwick and Orkori are not going to be ideal. So I might do Tyrell. Let's see. Whoops. Who do we got? We could go Corazon and make a whole bunch of people neutral since we're already... Oh wait, he makes them neutral instead of lawful. We don't want to do that because we're buffing some lawful. This might be a hitch. And I mean, we might be adding hitch. Gosrick would be good here, especially since we've got Solis. And we are in, even though we're inside right now, this is the Icewind Dale, so using his cold stuff would be good. Alindra would be good. Yeah, Alindra would work. Quillic or Viconia would work. Stokey's needed another castle. Maybe Paulton, but I'm not too concerned about my gold find right now. Artemis, we've already got a DPS going. And Whittle would be good for boosts and speed. All right, so let's get Gosrick in here, and we gotta put him there, because he's gonna buff people in the snowflake pattern. Let's get Alindra and Whittle. Put Alindra there. And we want... I think we want increases the effect of control weather, because there's going to be a lot of snow in Icewind Dale. Always be extra judgy. Always be extra judgy. Birdsong is Dexy. We want Whittle next to as many people as possible. We also kind of want Averin next to as many people as possible. But we can't have everything, can we? So we'll do that, and we'll do that. Because all I really care about is that Averin's next to Birdsong. So now we've kind of got this middle ground to fill on, and we've got those 3 spots. So yeah, Paulton. Let's put a Paulton in there. We want him not next to the DPS, but next to a lot of people. Sure. Hitch would work because you can put Hitch anywhere. At this point, we want Viconia. We're going to increase everybody's damage. Yeah, let's do Hitch and Viconia. Let's get the 2 of them, because it doesn't really matter where the 2 of them are, and they can do their thing. Yeah. Always reanimate the dead. Always be charismatic. That's a pretty optimized formation for what we're doing, right? I mean, it's not perfect. Because I think Solis, the Birdsong needs to be within 2 of Solis to get in the 3 columns. So, yeah, not quite getting Solis, but we're getting Turiel. I can't do both. But yeah, once again, this is not necessarily a moment where we are trying to do a completely optimized formation, because for Strahd, we only need to get to 200 or higher. Yeah, 200 or higher. That's it. So I am not concerned if this isn't optimal. We're going to go ahead and save this formation. Let's just overwrite one of these, because I haven't named any of those. Let's make sure I got that formation loaded up. I've got all the specializations. We need to go to 201. And then let's get some speed going. I got a bunch of these potions of speed. We'll get a little one in there, and I got a bunch of these clairvoyance ones. Sure. There we go. There we go. Strahd is taken care of. Kind of mostly taken care of. Yeah. I'm actually pretty proud of this formation. It is not often that I can get Averin, Whittle, and Alindra in the same formation, because the 3 of them want to be close. And I don't often have that much time, or have that much space. All right. Let us go back to questions. Have I lost my questions? Oh, there we are. Sorry. I have a lot of stuff going on in the background here. Lenart 45 has a question. Should I rather spend my gems on silver or gold chests with roughly 1k eye levels? So you're going to get a lot of suggestions, and none of them are wrong. In fact, when you ask this question in chat, I'm going to guess you already got a bunch of people who gave you some answers. My suggestion, if your champions the ones who are your core champions, your core 12 plus Hitch. If you are still trying to unlock gear for any of them, less about the item levels and more, are you missing either gear or greens and blues and those kinds of gear for any of them? Get yourself some silver chests, because you're gonna want to get those out of the way, and then go for gold chests. But you're not gonna be upset either way. Like, anything that you unlock in any chests are gonna be good. So I take a quick look at your core champions and see what gear you are missing, and if you're still missing some low-level gear, get yourself some silver chests and unlock a bunch of stuff. Let's see, Cassius335, question: if we're inventing feats, wait, why are we inventing feats? What's going on? What did I miss? How did this become feat inventory? Can I get one where instead of skipping, Briv gives some sort of boost to Freely's Adventures tale? That could be fun. I think Alindra is kind of the hub of the Heroes of the Plains boosts. It'd be an interesting thing for a feat. I don't know enough about QA to know how that would work. I didn't know we were inventing feats also, so maybe I'm just surprised. Yeah, Lurking Writer says, the formation may not be optimal, but to Lauren it's still fun. Absolutely. And in this case, it can be both. Like I said, is this the most optimized formation? No, but because we only have to get to 200 and then reset a couple of times, I am not concerned about this being the most optimized. I'm concerned with it being optimized for getting a bunch of these challenges done. And we'll get a whole bunch of them done. In fact, I think it's time. I think it's time we do some shopping. So, every week, and this is one of the reasons that I like to do a bunch of the patron stuff right away. Every week, the store refreshes, the shop refreshes with a whole bunch of stuff. Some of the things you can only buy once a week. For me, the big thing being the Modron component chests, because you can only buy one of these a week from each of the patrons. So I just like to spend a little bit of time, and let's get one for everybody. Oops. There we go. And there we go. Don't have to worry about that anymore. And you know what? Just to be on the safe side, let's also just get ourselves a Strahd patron chest. Just in case it's necessary. See, and it said challenge complete. Because I just did a whole bunch of challenges. Yeah, Grail Shape says, most optimized. I sent my speed formation to Sean, and he said, not optimal, but this is a fun one. And then he dropped in Rust just to make it more fun, right? Like, fun? Like, optimized can be fun. Absolutely. Like, putting together a kick-butt formation so that you can push your wall to whatever you want to get to, that is fun. There is also the fun of, speed formations that are just ridiculously fast. Gold farming formations that just get you tons of gold. Putting together champions all from the same place, like Heroes of the Plains, which you always want to do. Or just putting together groups of champions because you like the characters and you want them to all be in the same formation, because it's kind of like watching a Heroes of the Multiverse in your game. It's like, this is the moment in where I've got Celise, Averin, and Gosrick. Like, and Viconia. Like, this is the crossover of the century. That's fun. Yes. Rymus, too. As long as Orkira is in the formation, it's optimal. 100%. You get me. More questions. Odd question. Trumler. I seem to have accidentally deleted my patron challenge free plays aid seed message, and I have no idea how I managed to do that. Ooh, okay. The bot has taken down my updated... Okay, so this is a question about the Discord. I had a moment there. I'm like, you deleted something in your game? I'm getting updates. Yeah, this might be... So I can't help with that because this sounds like this is a Discord issue. Discord.gg/idlechampions. Mm-hmm. You're going to want to contact one of the moderators in the Discord to be able to help with that, because I am honestly unsure. But the moderators will be able to help. Go ahead and contact one of them. And yeah, go ahead and like send a private message to one. You don't want to ping them all, because if you ping moderators in a channel, they come swarming because they think that something's gone really wrong, like there is bad things happening. But like ping one of them, just see who's online, give them a ping and let them know, and they should be able to help you. I'm sorry, I cannot help you with that. That is one of the things I am not an expert at. We are being told, and I trust Martin, because Martin often knows more than I do, to actually message Trevor, community manager Trevor, awesome person Trevor. Yeah, because this does look a tad complex, and agreed. So go ahead and send the lovely, wonderful, amazing Trevor, our community manager, a little message. Let him know what's going on. And he can rally the troops and try to figure out what's going on, because I cannot help with that. I'm sorry. Call sign Navy. Is there an easy way for a new user to get over 2,000 levels? Play a lot and have fun and open all the chests. Don't sit on your chest. Just open. Also, don't sit at your wall for too long. That's another thing that a lot of new users tend to do, and I've done it before myself. You get to your wall, that place where you can't push any further. Don't try to push further. Give it a reset and go again. Because the more you get through adventures and areas, the more gems you're going to unlock, the more chests that are going to drop. And those are the two things that are going to help you be able to get more gear, which will increase your item levels. So if you're looking to really focus on your item levels, focus on the things that are going to get you the gems and the chests so that you can upgrade all of your gear. So yeah, that might mean doing what I'm kind of doing here, which is I'm not trying to get to my wall. I know that I can very easily get to 200 and not going to be a problem. I'm just going to do it again and again and again and again. Bottled Monk, what's a good way to get clicker pets? Ooh, there's a bunch. So, there's a bunch that are available for gems in the shop. So if you go to, I'm not going to be able to show them because I have most of them, but you can actually look at gem items, and there will be, like, here we go. This is a skin. This isn't the actual mage hand. But yeah, there will be stuff in here for gems. So you can use your gems to get yourself a bunch of familiars, and those are always helpful. Familiars are always good to have. There's also familiars that go on sale for a variety of things. We often put up familiars that are for charity. We just finished one, Dottie the Dandelion Familiar, who you can see right here. She's still available for purchase, but she was a donation for Conservation International. We've done a bunch of these. We'll sell familiars. There's some that are just for sale. There are some that come along in packs with champion stuff. So, for example, right now, I'll go back to Orkira because why not? Orkira has a pack that is the Witchlight Orkira skin and pack, and you get a fun little skin for her that looks like she's going to the Witchlight Carnival. You get a bunch of other stuff, and you get a familiar that is Orkira themed. In this case, it is very specifically, where did my phoenix go? Where? Oh, there it is. I'm just used to the bright yellow and I didn't see it. So there's a bunch of different ways. When you're first starting out, just collect some gems and use the gems to get yourself some familiars. ideally, after you've collected enough of them, you'll have what I like to do, which is at least have a full party out here, get one of them on each of the champions, and one of them roaming around on the alt bar. But that could take a while. So the easiest way, I think, is, or the good way at first, is go ahead and use your gems, get yourself some familiars. And then after that, if you feel like spending some money, if you see something that's super cute, there also are events that come up on a regular basis and where you can earn a familiar just by playing the game. For example, we just finished Idle Champions Presents Court of the Raven Queen, and see this little baby Dark Mantle familiar? There was an event happening during the 5 weeks of the live stream. There's an in-game event that if you participated in that, you could unlock the baby Dark Mantle familiar. So keep an eye out for those events as well. You'll see usually a pop-up right here and not a pop-up down there, and you'll be able to participate. And Court of the Raven Queen. Yeah, I'm required every time to say it like that. Court of the Raven Queen. Magic Wand says, hi, I just started playing. Hey, I am so happy to see you. I'm so happy that we've got so many new people. Welcome. How did you get so much gold to start the adventure? Well, I have been playing this game for a while, and the way that you get gold very quickly at the beginning is by earning favor during the campaigns. So basically, the more that you play in a specific campaign, the more favor you will earn in that campaign. And it boosts things like the amount of gold find that you'll have. So every time you play, you'll see how it says completed adventure, Oriel's favor, certain amount, and Barovian coins, certain amount. Barovian coins are what I'm getting for Strahd, but Oriel's favor, that is going to increase the amount of favor I have for Icewind Dale, Rime of the Frost Maiden. And the more favor you have, the faster you will get gold, and the quicker you'll be able to unlock things. So it will happen very naturally. As you play, every time you reset, everything will just go a little faster. This is another reason why I recommend for new players, do not be as concerned with pushing your wall. When you get to that point in where you can't go any further, go ahead and reset. Even if you haven't completed the objective, even if the adventure says, hey, get to 50, and you've only gotten to 40, but you're stuck at 40 because you can't kill anything, go ahead and reset, because you'll always earn at least favor, and of course, any of the gems and stuff that dropped from bosses. And the next time you start again, it will be that much easier. Gray L-shaped Lauren. From your body movements, it looks like you have a standing desk. Do you work with an adjustable setup or standing all the time? Yes, I have the standing desk. So it does do this, the stand sit thing. And for a while, I used to up and down and up and down and up and down. I actually would mostly stream seated, and then I was working standing. But the more I used it standing, especially since when I DM at home, I tend to like to stand when I'm DMing. And so I just started streaming standing up because it makes this a lot easier. And especially when I'm streaming, I try to be, not just for this, but especially when I'm doing D&D games for like Children of Erte, I'm a New Yorker. I like to speak with my hands. I also like to move around a little bit. And so being able to be that flexible is kind of nice. It's kind of good. But yeah, I'm looking over here at the controls. I mean, I could do the thing where I lower the desk and raise the desk, and it would be kind of boring. But yes, I can lower it and raise it as I want. To answer your question, I've been pretty much keeping it standing for a very long time because I just find it more comfortable. Every once in a while, make it sit. I'll tell my desk to sit, stay, roll over. But yes, I got a standing desk, which I show by doing squats. Okay, we are at 1 o'clock, so we're halfway through the day. And I think it is time for us to get our third adventuring party going, because we got these two. So, the wonderful Martin is going to go ahead and get our third poll up for the day. We've already got Azario, we've already got Strahd. Who are we working on next, Vajra or Mert? We're down to 2. So if you have a specific patron you would like us to work on, go ahead and vote when that voting booth system, when the vote is up. In fact, there it is. Now whomst. Yeah, go ahead and pick and we'll decide who we're going to get some more challenges done from there. And meanwhile, I will answer some more questions. Little Kitten's question: when is it the best time to open the Electrum chest? Sorry, I was having a hard time reading that question. That was 100% on me. Let's try this again. Little Kitten's question: when is it the best time to open Electrum chests as a new player? Welcome. The answer is, especially as a new player, immediately, all the time. Go ahead and open them immediately. Electrum chests are going to give you a nice little boost, a nice little, here's a couple of things to help you out. And especially if you're brand new, not just Electrum chests, open all the chests. Get yourself some stuff. Because while it's sitting in a chest, it's no use to you. Can't do anything. So open it up, use it. Don't do the Final Fantasy thing that I often do, and you probably saw from my inventory. You know that thing where you go, oh, I'm going to save this until some mythical point in the future where I'm really going to need it. And then you end up beating Final Fantasy VII with like 99 Phoenix Downs. Go ahead and use it. Go ahead and use it. Go ahead and open it. Use all the stuff. Have all the fun. But yes, go ahead. If you've seen that I've got chests over here, it is not for lack of opening them. It is for lack of, I forget. That's 100% all it is I just forget you saw, I bought those 4 Modron chests and I was like, yay, I've bought them. Let's do other things. It's 100% just open it. Have all the fun. Oh, we're still voting. We're still voting. Where are we going? Oh, Mert and Vajra are tied. Really, chat? Really, you're gonna do this? You're really gonna do this? I'm looking at you, chat. I've given you the power, and you're gonna troll me like this? This. I'm just gonna continue to stand here and give you this look. There's only a few seconds left. All right. I'm waiting for you last minute people to make it. Okay, here we go. We've got a last second. Thank you, chat. I appreciate you. I appreciate you very much. I love to offer you the chance to decide things and then to actually make the decision. Mert. It's the moneylender Mert. I'd sing the song, but I suck at singing. All right. I just saw gray L-shaped. I'm not a collector. I'm just lazy. Opening 4,000 silver chests takes so many clicks. Yeah, we're trying to make it easier by going through and being able to open in batches. For example, I can just go, hey, 4 gold chests, yay, flip all the cards, look at all the cool stuff, look, it's a Lulu, yay, see all the loot. Yeah, and you can see how many of the silver chests, so I can get 50 at a time, which is fun. I mean, I like looking at the stuff that I get, like, ooh. And we've got the open 50 more, but it does take a while. Does take a while to do. So, and especially silver chests, when you're doing things like I am, and where you've got 3 parties running and all going through stuff and gathering silver chests at the same time, you can end up with a lot of chests. Keep on top of your chest openings, friends. Okay, we have Mert. We're going to take care of Mert. So Martin is going to grab any questions that come on in while I take a look at Mert and see what we got to do. If you do have any questions, make sure you put question in big capital letters before your question. And while I put together what is possibly a fun formation for Mert. I'll get back to those questions in a moment, but let's take a look at what Mert wants us to do. So this is Delina, Niali, and Celeste, and Rosie as our highest damage dealer. Okay, this is gonna be fun. We want to do a whole bunch of free plays and a bunch of beasts. All right, we're gonna go to the Witchlight. Let's go to the Witchlight with Mert. We're gonna put together a formation that includes Rosie and Delina and some other people I've already forgotten. Because that's my brain. My brain forgets this immediately. Witchlight? Is it here? I still gotta do that. Nope, it's not here. We're gonna find it. We're gonna find it. We're not gonna find it quickly because I'm not good at this. Hither to the Feywild, there you are. This is what happens. This is what happens when you work on a game and then you forget what's going on and where things are. Okay. So we want Rosie's over here. Man, it's been a while since I've used Rosie. Where are you hiding, Rosie? I was just double checking this. There you are. And then who were the other couple people I needed? Niali and Celeste. Okay, so we want Celeste, and we want Niali, and we'll see about Brunner. Do we want her to be our top damage dealer? We're gonna go Oath of Vengeance. We're gonna wait for the area to change. We're gonna bench our tutorial dwarf for just a moment, and let's get this set up. So we'll stick Rosie there. Yeah, you stay there. Okay, so we've got the people that we need to get this stuff done. We'll see what we can do about making Rosie our top DPS. But otherwise, we're not really concerned with who else we use. So let's get Vi in there, because Vi is a good speed person, and we like to go fast. Nova might be good for another tank. Ooh, and catch and release. We might go Lizaps. Freely. Rosie, everybody's chaotic good. Everybody is chaotic good. I mean, Evil might be good because we got a Rosie. That kind of makes sense. Chaos. This might be where we use Quillic. Ooh, Desmond would be good for speed. And oh yeah, I forgot you can't use Deacon. Oh, and I don't want to use Dahani as much as I love her, but she's gonna take over DPS. All right, so we might actually put Brunner back in. Okay, let's get Evelyn out there because we're using Rosie. So let's stay within the C Team Waffle Crew milieu. We're gonna get Quillic in there. Let's put Desmond in the middle, so next to a whole bunch. And then there's only the one slot left. Protection, and we want where is speeding? We want speeding up. We want to empower. Okay, I could put Celeste there, and then I could put Brunner back there. I usually like to have my hardcore healers healing at least some of the tanks, but in this case, once again, I'm not that concerned. I'm not that concerned because we don't have to go that far. 250 areas in total. We need to get to 250 with Rosie. So let's save this. Let's overwrite that one, because why not? And we're gonna make sure I got all the specializations, and we're gonna go to 251 because that's my way of taking a look and being like, oh yeah. And you know what? I was just talking about using these potions and why not use these potions. So let's use these potions. Let's use them. Let's use them. Let's use them. Let's use them all. I'm not gonna go for the huge because we're only going to 251. But there you go. There you go. All of the potions. Every potion. So yeah, that's not bad, right? I mean, some of this is more sentimental than others. Definitely Evelyn is a little more on the, but let's have Evelyn next to Rosie. Yeah, we're a little more focused on going fast here. Getting this done. So that's where that's useful. But I don't think moving anybody around is really gonna help at all. Yeah, I can't think of where it would help. We got Rosie set in our bud, so there we go. We'll find out in 240, 31, 30, yeah, math. Find out eventually when it happens. But yeah, this isn't so bad. So there we go. We've got our 3 adventuring parties all set up, all ready to go, all cranking away. I'm going to come back over here because these 2 those are the parties that we've set up that are going to do a whole bunch of free plays all in a row. Don't really have to pay too much attention to them. They're just going to run and have fun. This is our adventure variant that we are trying to complete. We only need to get to a specific area. And so it's good to, as long as we got to keep an eye on one of these, I might as well pull up the one that we should keep an eye on and also has Orkira. So there we go. And now I will go back to answering some questiones. Here we go. Sorry. The party came up and I was just like, Orkira's so cute. Still TV. Morning, Lauren. Afternoon now, but might be morning where you are, so happy time zone. Are you excited to do this with 4 parties next week? I don't know. We're pretty good at getting at least 3 parties set up in 2 hours and answering a bunch of questions. So, I mean, with 4 parties, I could do one for each of the, patrons. We could double up now, but I feel like it's more fun to get the variety. We'll have to find out. Raphael 90340 question, if you could say any news about new familiars. I don't know of any that I can talk about. I'm trying to think of what just came out. That didn't include a familiar. I mean, Dottie would be the most recent familiar that, the newest familiar, I should say. Or no, I am wrong. Uni, the unicorn. So if you bought the Dungeon Master Arch Magi Dungeon Pack, which included a fun skin for Dungeon Master and a bunch of other stuff, that came with Uni the unicorn. So that would be the most recent of the familiars that you could get. There's a bunch of the familiar quest familiars that just came out. Yeah, I mean, those are kind of the most recent that I would say. I can't really talk about anything coming up, but that's the most recent. And then you get Uni. I mean, Uni is adorable. Yeah. Uni's just cute. All right. JDog2773 question, will we have extra showtime next week to handle patron challenges in the 4th party? As far as you know, no. We're staying at 2 hours. I mean, do you really want more than 2 hours of me? I mean, come on. 2 hours of me is a lot. And I talk about that as me. If you're like me, and I know I am, I'm a lot. I'm a 2 hour a lot. So 2 hours is good. Also, after 2 hours, we all deserve a break. I deserve to sit and eat. So, nah, this show, it's going to stick to 2 hours. And if there's more to do, there's more to do. And we will get it done as fast as we can go. And if it takes longer, it takes longer. That's okay. I'm seeing a lot of awesome suggestion stuff in chat. So yeah, that is the other good thing for all of our new people who are here. I'm happy to answer all of your questions, but I can only answer one question at a time. There are several hundred people in chat who are happy to help you. Let me grab a drink. There's also many people on the subreddit and our Discord, discord.gg/idlechampions, who can help all the time outside of these 2 hours and where you're forced to be with me. So yeah, I definitely suggest it, not just because you can get the assistance that you need outside of streaming hours, but more importantly, there are questions that it's a little easier to get an answer to in a format that can include images. For example, if you're looking for a specific formation, if you're like, I got this formation and I think it's pretty good, but I'd like to be able to push further, what do you think? It's a lot easier to just kind of post a picture on the Discord, especially in our formation channel, and say, look, help, than it is to describe the formation. There's also a couple of other tools that are out there that our Discord likes to use in order to make that conversation a lot better. There's also questions that come up that are easier answered with a little bit of conversation. For example, we just got through with a time gate weekend. And a time gate weekend, a free time gate weekend, means that for free, a time gate opens up and 3 champions are offered unto you to unlock. And a lot of the time we get people who are asking in a variety of places, hey, I got these 3 champions. Which one should I go for? Sometimes that's an easy answer, and sometimes that takes a little bit of asking of some questions. Oh, hi, Cypher Tier. Welcome. Welcome to hanging out with Lauren and looking at Fuzzy Orkira. So yeah, when that happens for the time gates, often the answer to the question, who of these 3 champions should I go for, needs a little bit more information, because there might be, all 3 of these champions might be really good champions. And so it's, do you need more tanks? Do you need more DPS? Are you looking to unlock a champion in a specific slot? Are you trying to get more champions that can be useful for a specific patron? Like, I don't know if you saw, but Strahd von Zarovich only wants several of the champions. He does not want all of them. The fewest champions are available for Strahd. Strahd is by far the hardest because of the number of champions that are eligible. So yeah, so if you're trying to get a whole bunch of Strahd challenges done, you may want to pick a champion that's going to be eligible for Strahd. So some of those questions are often better answered. You're always welcome to ask them here, because I'll just go on a rant about Orkira and how awesome she is, or whoever. But you can always come to our Discord or ask in chat, and that way that back and forth can happen to get the right answer for you. I will also say, it is a game. There's no wrong answers. The right answer is, are you having fun? There you go. JDog2773, question, when might Familiar Quest return? I know there's going to be another season. I don't know when it's starting up again. I honestly don't. I hope it starts up soon, because I'm the only one holding down the Mondays on the streaming team. I kind of miss having Familiar Quest to look forward to. Ye Old Dice Goblin, hey, I'm late today. Oh, glad you could join us. Who all are we running? You probably asked this a while ago. Here, I'll do the easy thing, and I will just show you. This way. That's what we got. The TLDR is, we've got a Mert free play, we've got a Strahd free play, and we've got Zariel trying to finish out a adventure variant so that we can get some more of the Zariel influence, so that we can unlock more of the Zariel perks Because Tiamat. Because Tiamat. Novadale. I just started playing 3 weeks ago. Hey, welcome. I'm so happy we have so many new people. I just completed my first time gate, Crond. Excellent. For my next time gate, what would you recommend? I'm sorry. I do not look at the questions in advance. I probably should. I did not mean to go on a time gate rant just before that question came up. I honestly did not. If you are going to... So, you probably got some answers from my little rant about time gates. Or talk about time gates. If you're talking about a free time gate, then you're going to be not stuck, but you're only going to have the 3 options that it'll give you. If you have enough time gate pieces to open up your own time gate, and that's what you're asking for, then some of the questions I was just talking about are good to ask for yourself. Are you looking for a specific type of champion? Are you looking for a champion in a specific slot? Are you looking for a champion that's going to help you out with a specific goal in mind? Are you looking to get all of the rivals of Waterdeep and you missed out on Shaka, and so you want to get Shaka? That is a legitimate strategy. You want to collect them all. So ask yourself those questions, and if you're still unsure, ask all of us, and we're happy to help. But that's usually the best way if you're looking to... The right answer is eventually you want to unlock all of the champions, because having the deep roster will help you do things like do all these patron challenges. But when you're starting out and you're trying to prioritize, those kind of questions can help you. And once again, there are no wrong answers there. Those are all, if you're like, I really need more people in slot 2. I've only got 2 champions in slot 2, and I need more depth to my roster there, then, take a look and see who's in slot 2 and can help. If you're really hurting for some good tanks, there's some amazing tanks out there, and you can focus on that. All right. Wolfson73, compliments. Really enjoying your streams. Thanks, Lauren. Aw, thank you. I spend a lot of time talking at a camera, so I appreciate it. Dream Date 75, in the future, do you think they will give us Modron core chest drops like the gold chest drops in Fame Farm? I don't know. That I honestly don't know. I know some of the chests, especially Modron chests, are supposed to be harder to get. They're just supposed to be harder to get. That's why it's so special that we can go through in our patron challenges every single week and go buy them with the patron currency. That's why that's really good, and that's why I'm so on top of making sure that I buy one from each of the patrons every week. But I do not know. Raphael 90340, question, you always say Orkira is your favorite. Well, yeah. I mean, she's gotta be, right? Which ones are your number 2 and number 3? Oh no. Oh no. Oh, why you gotta ask me these questions? I don't know if I could pick a number 2 or number 3, because I've got so many friends who are in here. I've got the rest of the Heroes of the Plains. I've got the people that I got a chance to play with on Idle Champions Presents Court of the Raven Queen. Yeah, just general number 2 and 3. I honestly don't think I can answer that. I don't mean to wimp out on your question, but it would be impossible, It's easy for me to say Orkira is my favorite. That's my champion. I'm slightly biased. Miki Moo 16743, question, how is Orkira supposed to function with all the marshmallows stuck in her fur? She is friends with a lot of people who has prestidigitation. I wish she knew prestidigitation. That'd be super nice. But no, I don't think that's a spell you can get as a cleric. I mean, the honest answer is she's eventually going to stop being an owlbear and go back to being a dragonborn and be really happy with that. I wonder if you get polymorphed and then you get something in this case, fur, and then you drop out of polymorph, does that stick? Because your clothing comes with you. Huh. How I never thought about this question before. See, now I'm curious. But yeah, the honest answer is we'll just come on over here and I'm eventually going to go back to Shadowfell Orkira because she's just amazing. But this was Witchlight Orkira, for those of you who are wondering about the skin the pack that you buy that you get the Phoenix Familiar in. That's Witchlight Orkira. But for the moment, we'll keep Shadowfell Orkira. Oh, Olombardi, say hi from Brazil. Welcome. Thanks for joining us. So I actually want to double check. We're going to take a moment. 425. You know, I've talked about before how I should use all of this stuff. Let's do it. Let's crank this out. I mean, I was just expounding upon the virtues of not hoarding your potions. Let's just drop all the potions. All right, now we're going to go super fast because we also have Shandy in here. And we have Human. So this is going to get blindingly fast. If it gets too fast, let me know. We'll switch to another party. But I do feel like I was just talking about, hey, use your potions. And here I am sitting on them. I should use my potions. And hey, maybe now that we got the potion of speed going, we might actually get this done before the show is over. Also, for those of you who are wondering, and I'll go ahead and put this in chat, we've got this lovely little clip about, I mean, in this case, how is the game moving so fast? Speed potion. All the speed. But there's other ways to get the game moving super fast. And yeah, you're right. I don't have Human in the speed position, Joe Malo, but, you know, it's always good to talk about Human. And also Briv. I got Briv skipping along. Although I did put him into a spec in where he's not going to be jumping quite so much because I wanted to make sure that we had, because these adventure variants are pretty tough, so I wanted to make sure that Briv was focusing more on doing the job that I've put him in the front for and not skipping along, but he'll still skip every once in a while. So yeah, we've got some pretty good speed going on. What have I forgotten? Lurking Writer. Lauren probably hopes everyone has forgotten. And now I'm going to ask, what did I forget? I don't know what I've forgotten. This is what I get for not looking at the chat. I'm going to come back here because Martin has given me more questions to answer. At Dominic. Which campaign should I focus on? I started about 2.5 weeks ago. Hey, welcome. And I got level 1 and 2 major blessings for the first campaigns. Ooh, nice. So my suggestion, which you have to remember, is that Grand Tour, which is the campaign you start on, that campaign is an ongoing campaign, which means there will always be things being added to it. So you're more quickly going to hit a point in Grand Tour where you're going to have a problem going further than in some of the other campaigns, because the other campaigns are all bespoke adventure campaigns that have a beginning, middle, and an end. So I'd say if you've already got a bunch of blessings done for the first, we say first campaigns, if you're still working on unlocking them, I would get into Tomb, go into Tomb of Annihilation, get a whole bunch of stuff done in Tomb. And then as you unlock more, there's a couple of things to keep in mind. Are you trying to unlock patrons? Because some of the patrons require you to have done specific things in specific campaigns. Vajra requires you to have done a specific number of adventures in Waterdeep Dragon Heist, and Zariel requires you to have completed Baldur's Gate Descent into Avernus. So if unlocking those patrons is a goal of yours, I would focus on those two campaigns. Probably Dragon Heist first, if only because that's an easier campaign to get through, and Baldur's Gate is not only large, but hard. So you can kind of build up your champions. If you're not as interested in the patrons, I'm gonna say something, and it's gonna sound unoptimized. Do the campaign you think is fun. Like, honestly, are you having fun in Waterdeep Dragon Heist? Are you having fun going through that story and reading through the adventure? Play that one. I mean, not all of us have had the chance to play through some of these campaigns. I actually never had a chance to play Baldur's Gate Descent into Avernus, either as a DM or as a player. So going through in this game was one of the ways that I could kind of experience playing that campaign. Witchlight has become one of my favorite campaigns to go into. If I just gotta do a free play somewhere, I like going into Witchlight because I love the art that's in there. I love being able to look over as the game is running and just see some of the beautiful art that's in there. And I'm not just talking about the weird sketching hour monsters that ended up in there, because that's a whole different kettle of fish. So yeah, I hope that helps. I could give you a more specific answer, and others could give you a more specific answer if we knew what campaigns you already have unlocked, this is one of those reasons why coming to our Discord or the Reddit, and I got a drink because I talked about the Discord, discord.gg/idlechampions. That's one of the reasons that I do talk about that as much as I do, because that is an excellent question, and it's a question that I can kind of answer for you like I did. But the next step to get you a more specific answer is to find out, what campaigns are you in? What have you unlocked? And what are your goals? And then we can give you some really specific answers. Fibulator question. Why are you not using click damage? That would go way faster. I kind of forget about click damage. Let's put a familiar on there. Honestly, it's one of those things in where a lot of the time my champions are going to push way past when click damage is not as useful. And so I'm mostly focused on the champions, and then I just forget. Like in this case, the champion's damage is far gonna outstrip eventually the click damage, and so I just focus on those. But you are right. And so there you go. Oh, this is what I've supposedly forgotten. Okay, all right. The Lurking Writer. Speaking of Orkira's Witchlight skin, question. Any news on the Office cotton candy machine? No. Okay, first off, remember, I work from home. Home is my office. Where am I putting a cotton candy machine? Also, home is my office. I'm putting a cotton candy machine in my kitchen. I will just go out and buy some cotton candy every once in a while. Just for you, the Lurking Writer. Just for you. I will buy cotton candy. And then we will both be happy. Okay, Kralin72. Every office needs a candy machine. I'm not arguing with that. First off, office, and second, just general candy machine. I happen to know that the C&E offices, the Codename Entertainment main office in the lovely Victoria, British Columbia, that office is well stocked with drinks and snacks for the fine people who work there. And if I was not across the water in a different country, I would be more than welcome to partake in those snacks. So that is one of the bad things about not being able to work in the office, is I gotta buy my own snacks. Oh no. Oh, what a disaster. But yes, having access to candy is always a good idea. A cotton candy marshmallow machine. Remus too. I don't think that's a thing. But now I have to find out. Now I'll have to find out. Sir Narvi, oh hi. Question for Lauren, who would win in a fight? Oh dear. CR15 Strahd or CR15 Jarlaxle? Is Jarlaxle alone? Is this a one-on-one fight? If this is a one-on-one fight, I'm gonna say Strahd. And the reason is because Strahd has some abilities that are very, very, very dangerous. And the reason that they're not deadly all the time is because you have a party of adventurers who can someone will manage to not get totally charmed or frightened or anything by Strahd. So I'm going to say, without digging into the specific stat blocks of both of them, I'm going to just flat out say Strahd. Unless Jarlaxle is coming with a party. Unless Jarlaxle is part of your group, in which case, then probably Jarlaxle and his group. I mean, is he bringing Brigand Dierth? Because that would be awesome. Bertalisk, question. Why do some bosses and barricades have little individual bars and not a health bar? Oh, so some of that might be armor. So you might see different colored bars on there. That means they've got armor on. And armor is harder to get rid of. It's harder to complete attacking a creature or a barricade or something like that until you get through the armor. But that's usually what that segmentation means. And so you just have to go after them. There's a bunch of different ways of going after an armored enemy. Sometimes it means just attacking as quickly as possible. There are some champions who can help you with armor, specifically Gosrick, one of the... I've got him in one of my parties. Yeah, so I put Gosrick in this party not just because he's going to be able to take advantage of all of the snowy areas in Icewind Dale, but Gosrick has armor ablation, which means he helps buff champions so that they eat through armor faster. So that's where some champions can do that. Also, just some champions, because they attack so fast, like Birdsong in my other party. One of the reasons I like using Birdsong, there they are, is because Birdsong just attacks super fast. Birdsong has 2 swords and no waiting. So Birdsong is really good to use when you've got armored enemies and you just need to keep attacking. Let us go back to questions. The real bunny beast. Oh, we're still talking about cotton candy, really? Okay, put the cotton candy machine outside. Then have your partner train his squirrel army to bring you the cotton candy. Okay, as much as I love the idea of squirrels running around with little cotton candy on a stick, like tiny little squirrels, like standing outside the window just holding a little bit of cotton candy, that is amusing. Let's not talk about the fact that the squirrels are going to operate the cotton candy machine. I hate to tell you this, but I live in the Seattle area where rain. And have you ever watched that video? I think it might have originally been a TikTok, I don't know, of the raccoon who gets the big clump of cotton candy and then goes to wash it in the water and it just all fades away. And it's so sad. It's really sad. That would be my cotton candy all the time if I had a cotton candy machine that was outside. I would just be the sad raccoon all the time. Saram9, Modron Cotton Candy Machine Champion. I mean, listen, if y'all are so interested in cotton candy, then we can just go back to Witchlight or Kira, and there we go. I present unto you cotton candy. Are you happy now? Merm9000 just started the game this weekend. Hey, welcome. Thanks for joining us. Do I always need to unlock the adventurers in the same order? I have some champions or companions of the hall, but it takes forever to get to Wolfgar. Am I not far enough into the game? Kind of. So the answer to your first question is yes. You have to use gold to unlock the champions every time you start up an adventure, but the more you play, the faster you will earn gold at the beginning of the adventure, and the faster you will unlock those champions. So if you were watching earlier when I was setting up some of these adventures, you might have noticed that we would kill one thing and I just have all 12 seats unlocked. And that's just because I've been playing long enough that I have enough favor in that campaign in where I get so much gold from killing one thing that it unlocks a bunch of stuff. Just the amount of gold you get just gets more and more and more. So it's less about not being far enough in the game and more go through and keep playing and getting through adventures. This is why, and if you heard me talking about this before, then I'm going to repeat myself. But if not, that's okay. I'm good at repeating myself. If you're just starting out, do not be afraid to restart an adventure. Don't sit at your wall for too long. If you've stopped being able to kill things, go ahead and reset. Even if it says, hey, you're not done yet. Even if it says get to area 50 and you're at 48 and you're just right there. You're just right there. Go ahead and reset, because you will earn favor for that campaign, which will then help you to get more gold quicker, which will unlock all those bench slots super fast. So yeah, go ahead and keep playing, get through a whole bunch of those adventures, play some free plays if you're having trouble doing some of the adventure variants, and earn that favor. And very quickly, you will kill the first thing in Area 1, and you'll have all 12 slots. It will happen, and it will happen faster than you think. Jimmy Bo 8. I haven't played this game in over a year. Well, welcome back. Has it changed a whole lot? I have 8,500 hours played. Ooh, very cool. Has it changed a lot? Well, okay, since this time last year, there's a bevy of new champions that have been out. Depending on when last year Trials of Mount Tiamat might have just come out or hadn't come out yet. So Trials of Mount Tiamat is a pretty big thing, and that included not just the asynchronous multiplayer, but also being able to forge legendary equipment. So that's a whole big new thing. Witchlight came out in the last year, so a whole new campaign has started up, plus a lot of other adventures and adventure variants. So there's a lot of new stuff. Has it changed a whole lot? I mean, the core of the game is still the same. It is still a game in where you're unlocking champions and creating formations to try to complete adventures. I think probably the changes that you would notice the most are going to be unlocking the new champions and seeing how they fit within your formations, and checking out the new content and diving into the Trials of Mount Tiamat if you have Baldur's Gate Descent into Avernus done. I hope that answered the question. There's a lot of new stuff that I hope you have fun doing. Novadale, question, is there a way to mess around a formation outside of an adventure to figure out formations you want to use? Sadly not. You have to be in an actual adventure to be able to mess around. But go ahead and put yourself in a free play and go ahead and mess around. My favorite thing to do, as you've probably seen when I've been setting up these formations, if you have enough familiars to put 6 of them down on the field, especially at first, they'll just kill stuff. They'll just take care of a whole bunch of things, and you can kind of fool around with stuff. Also saving different formations to give them a try, so you can swap between them and see, how does this look? How does that look? But yeah, that'd be my suggestion. If you find that you're getting far enough in an adventure that your party is being attacked, go back to Area 1 and kind of sit there for a little bit and play around. It can never hurt. It's always fun. Ye Old Dice Goblin, question. I'm at 79 of 100 heroes. Nice. And I need more DPS for Artemis. For a manual time gate, should I get Beetle and Grimm, Birdsong, Jim, or Lucius? Ooh, okay. Okay. Beetle and Grimm, Birdsong, Jim, or Lucius. Okay. Birdsong and Jim are both really good DPS. Jim is really good if you're a more active player. Jim Dark Magic has ways of doing awesome things in the game, but it does involve doing some very active things in the game. So if you enjoy being in front of the game and constantly tweaking and kind of fooling around, you can go to, let me get drink again. You can go to our Discord, or you can go to the Reddit, discord.gg/idlechampions. And you can look up some of the strategies using Jim, and they're super powerful. If you are not someone who is an active player, if you're more like me, and I know I am, you're the kind of person who plays for a little bit and then puts the game, just sets it on a corner of the screen and lets it run for a while I take care of other things. If that's the case, I would probably suggest Birdsong. Birdsong is not only a solid DPS, but does have some support, which will be helpful for Artemis. And I just find Birdsong is just solid, super fast, and is just kind of easy to work with. I say that like, it's a thing that you can, talk to Birdsong. So that'd be my suggestion, because if you're looking specifically for a DPS, Beetle and Grim they're not really DPS, and Lucius I don't think is going to be as powerful as you want. So I'd go for Birdsong or Jim, and I would go for the Jim if you're going to be actively fooling around and playing in the game, and Birdsong if you're more of I'm going to let the game run in the background while I do other stuff. Burdalisk question: is there a most strategic time to open silver chests? So as you get further along in the game, I'll tell you what I do. I will often use silver chests. And I'm going to say this as someone who, once again, open up your chests, just open them. I will sometimes use silver chests as ways of getting some quick gold when I've started basically a new time gate, or a new event has started. Because when you start a new event or you start a time gate, you don't have any favor. And so by opening up a whole bunch of those chests, you get a whole bunch of gold, and that can kind of help jumpstart it a little bit. My honest answer is don't be like me and open all your chests. But I do know a lot of people will hold on to them. If you're asking about a specific order, like, hey, I've got some Electrum chests, I've got some silver chests, I've got some gold chests, is there an order to go in? A lot of people will suggest do Electrum chests first, and silver chests, and then gold chests. So basically, go by rarity. And that way you have more of a chance of getting some of the higher level gear in some of the lower level chests because of the pity timer. And yeah, if you're new, and Martin has said this in the backstage chat, but like I've said, if you're new, just open the chests. Just open them if you got a bunch of them. If you gotta go in an order, I'd say Electrum, silver, gold, but just go ahead and order them. Open them. Don't sit on them, especially if you're new. After that, yeah, the only other time that I use chests in a very specific way is, like I said, like on Wednesday, the Great Modron March is going to start, and that is a new event. And so when you start that event, you're not going to have any favor in that event, and it can take a little while to earn gold and favor and kind of get back up to churning through the adventures. And so I'll open up a whole bunch of chests and get myself a whole bunch of gold. I'll also drop a whole bunch of the bounty contracts then. That's what I'm saving these for, is Great Modron March is coming. These are the only things that I suggest not using until a very specific time during events. So yeah, I hope that answers your question. We've only got a couple of minutes left, so get in your questions now, because we got like 7 minutes left. There's been a lot of questions. Thank you. Thank you for all the questions. Even the questions about cotton candy. I appreciate it. All right, let's get through a couple more of these. Lenart45, is there a way to unlock Deacon without spending cash? Yes, you can unlock Deacon and all of the champions in this game with time gates. 100%. All the champions, not only can you unlock them, but you can gear them up using time gates. There will be a free time gate weekend coming up in 3 weeks, where you just get one for free. And then as you play, you will get time gate pieces that you can use to open up a time gate. and you use 6 of those to open up a time gate, pick a champion. So if you want Deacon, and I know you do, not only because you asked, because Deacon is awesome, because Doom. Yes, come do a time gate, find yourself a Deacon, unlock a Deacon, get yourself some Doom. But yes, all of the champions can be unlocked just by playing the game. And that's another way that patron challenges are good, because like you saw, I have a lot of time gate pieces, but you can also every week buy a time gate piece from each of the patrons. So that's another good way. That's 4 extra a week on top of the ones that are naturally going to drop. So you can unlock all of the champions in this game relatively quickly if you put your mind to it. If that's what you focus on, you can absolutely do it. Swishy, does running the game at a higher FPS make the game progress noticeably faster? I don't know. I don't think so. I think it probably, this is grain of salt, this answer. I'm making an uneducated guess. My guess is at a higher FPS, it just probably looks smoother. And so maybe that looks faster, but I don't think it actually makes the game faster. I reserve the right to be wrong on that question. Leonard is back with a question: how do I gather more time gate pieces? You probably were typing that as I was answering your other question. It was a good question. So time gate pieces naturally drop. They're on a timer as you play. Just every once in a while, you'll open up a boss bag, and there'll be gems and a time gate piece. On top of that, if you've got patron challenges available in the shop every week, you can buy 4 of them. And by buy, I mean using the patron currency, because you were specifically asking about getting things without spending cash. All of this is in-game currency, just playing the game. So it'll take a little bit of time. Like, it's not something you can do in a week. It'll probably take like a month or 2, especially since there's a lot of champions. There's 100 of us. There'd be a lot. But yes, if you just put in the time, you can unlock them all pretty quick. The other thing I would recommend, since there is a new event starting on Wednesday, the game is pretty good about not letting you unlock a time gate for a champion that is about to be available in an event that's about to happen. For example, on Wednesday, there's going to be not only Nordum is available as the newest one, but there will be 2 other champions. The last 2 years will be available. If you opened up a time gate right now, you shouldn't be able to unlock those 2 champions in a time gate, because it would kind of suck, right? You spend the time gate pieces on a champion today, and in 2 days they're available in the event. It's like buying something at the store and then the next day finding out it's on sale. Like, it sucks. So, but that's only I think a couple of days before the event starts. So it's a good idea to take a look at the next couple of events, like the next 2 or 3, because it's going to take a while to open up to unlock all of the champions. Take a look at the next couple of events and see what are the champions that you're going to be able to unlock in a month, in 2 months. And then those are champions that you can think about, I'm going to set these aside. I'm not going to worry about unlocking them with my time gate unless I'm really antsy and I want them. Then you can kind of plan that out. And Haas Brownies will be the last question that I will answer. Who is Deacon? Deacon is an amazing bard. That's Orkira. Deacon is an amazing bard, a kobold. Deacon will sing your doom. You want Deacon at your party. One of the few regrets I have with Orkira being in the game is that she is in slot 1, and thus she cannot be in the same party as Dahani or Deacon. And that's all for today's weekly patronage. We have answered a metric ton of questions, so thank you to everyone. I really appreciate all those wonderful questions. Welcome to all the new people who are in the game. We appreciate you, and thank you for listening to me ramble on about the about the Discord for 2 hours. I'm gonna drink again. Thank you to Martin, who was wonderful in not only grabbing all of those questions to pull on over for me so that I could answer them, but also for running all of the moderator stuff and getting the polls going and answering questions and just being awesome. I am it for today. That's right. There are no other streams today. So go forth and enjoy other streams? I don't know. Go have some fun. Go enjoy some other things and then come back tomorrow. I'm looking this up. That's why I'm stalling. Come back tomorrow at 7 o'clock Pacific time in the morning for Mars Guiding Hand, where Mars will be guiding. I'm not exactly sure what Mars is going to be doing, but he usually has a lot of fun. There's also Formation Save at 9 with Sean and Taylor, who, if you're looking for really specific formation help, that's the place. And then Champions of Psychology returns after being on a hiatus. So that's your tomorrow, what to look forward to. For now, I'm just going to take my drink and say, I will see you next encounter. Bye.